I am screen recording on my phone. I accepted an order just under $30. It was a last minute order. It was from a place that I'm used to, the Guac place in Jericho. There was spillage. I'm going to discuss that now and show you, and I have a solution to the problem. And I dropped it off at this doctor's office, and it paid $28.22. No traffic. It felt right. And I'm really happy they gave a little more base pay because, you know, last minute delivery, it should be. And they called me and I accepted it. Now this, need of a delivery truck. He was parked, or she was right there. I squeezed right in front. This little truck is good for that because it's so compact and so short. It's more shorter than my old Ford Focus. I have my flashes on. As you can see, I have the tag on there saying delivery in progress. No parking when I got there, so I got really lucky. This was a very small kitchen. They left me alone. They did check up on me. And when they realized what I was doing, they left me alone. I could have been out of that office in 5 minutes less. I needed 5 minutes to clean up because when I opened up the bag, there was spillage everywhere. But now there's a solution, and I'm really happy I put it together. So that's one side of the area of the kitchen that I placed the utensils, the bowls, taco shells, soft shells. This is the other side within arm's length. This was a tight kitchen, but you see those two half trays, I took out products from my other bag and took that dry box. I'm going to show you in a moment. And I placed the two half tins that made a mess and were dripping everywhere into the dry box instead of placing the messy tins on their countertop. And that was the other side within arm's length that I had to place that stuff on. And that's just one example that after I wiped it, I just placed the tin down. That's what happens. Everything gets messy. Pinto beans, black beans. I took that out, and I'm going to put the ones that are leaking in this dry container. So the mess of the juices don't get all over their countertops. And that's that. Now let me talk. Oh, sorry. There we go. So what I'm going to request, I'm going to take pictures, put them in an email. So I always have them in my email so I can open it up. And I'm going to show the staff from now on, when I accept pinto beans or black beans from the guac shop, anything liquidy like that, even though it's wrapped in saran wrap, you saw, I knew it the moment I grabbed the handle, I said it's going to rip. Because that juice goes through the cardboard so quickly. You got to place those two tins in a large tin, then place that large tin in the box. Solves the problem. Because now I had to clean my bag. I was in the office for at least 5 minutes longer than I needed to be. When she walked into the room to see what I was doing, she wanted to know what was taking me so long. They left me alone. These people were really nice. And she was like, oh, thank you. When she saw how I set it up, she was like, thank you. She was like, oh my. I said, I'm used to it, not a problem. You have your drippy trays in the dry box over there. This happens all the time. And then I discussed it with her for a moment. And she was like, great idea. And then she left me alone. And I said, I'll be back. I have one more trip. It was a short trip from the car to the office. They left me alone. They let me do my job. I took my 3 pictures and I got out. I showed you the pictures. So that's how this delivery went. It was a last minute delivery. It was just under $30 at a place that I'm familiar with. The drop off was very local. This wasn't a far trip. And now I'm going to complete some deliveries today, and that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Problem solved. I will be showing this to staff. And if staff don't follow the suggestion I make, I'm going to have to speak to management, because we shouldn't have to deal with that at all. When there's a solution of put those 2 trays, half trays, wiggling around. This was a short trip. And look at the mess that it made. You know what I mean? This was from, Jericho Turnpike to Garden City. I was there in 15 minutes. No traffic. Should have never been that messy. And then that gets all over your bag. So, and then you have to clean that up. You hear me. And I'm going to have to speak to management and show them. That's all. Problem solved. There's a solution to this problem. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Bye, everybody.